In the 1910s, Mexico was at war with itself. The Mexican Revolution had spread across the country, brothers fighting against brothers, entire towns caught in the crossfire. In the hills of Michoacán, countless soldiers lost their lives, and the land soaked up every drop of it. Locals say the earth there never truly healed, that if you walk those fields at night, you can still feel the echoes of the men who never made it home. Decades later, my father's family built a house on that same ground. They didn't know it then, but the past was still alive, waiting. And my uncle was the first one to notice it. This is his story. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ghost Stories with Axel. And if you're wondering where I'm in my garage. Reasons why? I don't know. I wanted to try different locations to film every time I talk about scary stories. So I guess it's just a way for me to explore more of my house, because I don't be anywhere else but my room. I guess, I don't know, just fun little background. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. But anyways, I got a brand new story to tell y'all today, and this is one of my favorite ones to tell. Even though it didn't happen to me, it was told by my uncle, and he told me to share it with you guys on YouTube. So, here we go. This story takes place in Michoacán, Mexico. My uncle has told me these stories thousands of times, and it sucks that I couldn't get him here to tell the stories himself. But I'll take this privilege and tell y'all myself. So the first sightings that happened at the old house that they used to own back in the early 2000s. This is my dad's family side. It was my dad, 3 of his brothers, and a few other of his cousins. A lot of people used to live in this house. It was a big house in the rancho. The first sightings started happening as soon as that house was built. And keep in mind, this house was built around the same area where the war happened in Mexico. My uncle told me he would hear someone walking around the house from the living room to the kitchen and to the front door. He would tell me that it sounded like a group of people outside in the middle of the night walking around the house. During this time, he did live alone. My dad and his brothers were already living here in the United States, and he was the last one there at that house. He told me that he would also hear marching outside of the house, people talking in certain ways, somewhat like soldiers and commanders talk. But he told me that the most scariest experience that he ever had while living in that house was when he saw someone standing behind him. This is what he told me. So in that house, they used to own a big television, and he saw the reflection of a young woman standing behind him. He said that was the most terrifying experience of a spirit, ghost, whatever you want to call it, he had ever had. Because he knew that something was there. He knew that the house had a spirit or something in there. But he said that's when he officially knew that everything that he would think about and everything that he thought was real. He said that the woman looked like a normal person. He said she looked normal, and she was just standing behind him at the very far end of the house. And he said that he did not look back to see what he was seeing was real. He said he just walked on the side, out the front door, and out of that house for like 2 days, he said. He had a cousin that used to live with him during that time as well, but his cousin would go out to different pueblos and do work with other people around the city. I don't know, something like that, he would tell me. And when his cousin came back, that's when he told him and explained what he saw. And his cousin knew what he was talking about because he himself had experienced multiple things like that as well. Alright, so now this next story is a story that his cousin told me. My uncle's cousin told me this. He told me when he first experienced a sighting around the house was when he was by himself as well. He said he was cooking. It was around 12 p.m., 1 p.m. My uncle was out of town that day and he was just by himself. And he said that someone knocked on the door. And at that time, he thought it was one of his family members that was gonna go visit him that day. And him thinking that, he yelled out, "Pásale, la puerta está abierta," which means, "Come on in, the door is open." He was in the kitchen cooking. His back was facing the door. And then he noticed that nobody walked in. He went to the front door. And when he got to the front door, he said that nobody was there. Nobody was in the front yard. And nobody was out in the street. The house was on a hill and there was a view. If somebody would have knocked at the house, he would have been able to see who the person was. And he said that was the biggest mistake he's ever made. And reasons why, he thinks that was the moment that he let whatever dark energy was around that house in by him saying, "Come on in." And I've heard a lot of stories about this. Bad spirits are not gonna go into your house, start haunting you, unless you gave them permission. For example, the Ouija board. You are fucking with the spirit. You are letting that spirit talk to you. You are letting yourself get possessed, get haunted by all that stuff. And that's what my uncle's cousin said. At that exact moment, when he said, "Come on in," that's when he let all that dark energy inside of the house. And things started getting even way worse after that. One thing he did tell me that kind of creeped me out a lot was that he would hear kids running around the house. My uncle told me the same thing. He said he would hear little kids laughing. During his last few years in Mexico in the house, he said that he was in his bedroom sleeping, and he said he got woken up by someone touching his leg. Someone fucking grabbed him. He said he woke up as quick as he could. He said he jumped up, woke up. Nobody was there. Somebody grabbed his leg tight, shook him. Hell no. Imagine alguien agarrándote los pies en la medio de la noche. Hell no. That's fucking terrifying. And he said he fucking walked out of that house, drove to his auntie's house, and did not go to that house for the rest of the night. He ran away out of the house. He walked away from that house in the middle of the night. And his cousin said that that would happen to him a lot of times as well. He said it was a sign of somebody wanting to speak to him, a spirit, someone from the undead trying to communicate with him. Those are scary encounterings, people. I mean, am I wrong? Or am I right? And this happened for many years until they finally moved out and came to the United States. He said that that really did. Oh shit. The lights went off for some reason. He said that was one of the scariest experiences that he ever had, and he is 100% a believer in the paranormal. And that house is pretty much abandoned, people, but it's still there. Like, nothing has changed about it. Just, I mean, it is an old house now, but it's still there. Oh yes, people. Very scary encounterings, right? I believe getting grabbed in the middle of the night by someone that's not there, that's got to be the most scariest experience ever. And my uncle told me that wasn't the scariest experience. He said it was when he saw that lady behind him, when he saw the reflection through the TV screen. He said that was one of the scariest moments of his life. I've seen that before, but I feel like getting grabbed would be the scariest thing ever, in my honest opinion. But anyways, people, that was it. That was just a few stories that my uncle wanted me to share. It's gonna be another short video. I'm sorry about that. I did read the comments in the last video that it was too short. This is gonna be another one, people, but don't worry, because I have a lot of new videos like these coming. Even though October is almost coming to its end, I'm still not gonna stop making these kind of videos because I love the paranormal and I love telling ghost stories or sharing ghost stories. I'm gonna continue this series for as long as I can, and I am very excited for that. My next video, I am planning to share your guys's personal ghost, scary, paranormal stories. I did tell y'all to send me your stories at my email or my Instagram. These are the ones if you want to get in contact with me and share your stories. Please do, because I would really want to do a video like that, reading my subscribers' scary stories. I've seen a lot of videos like that and I want to have one of my own. So please, if you got a scary story that you would like to share and me put it here on YouTube, please let me know in the comments, email, or DM on Instagram. So yes, people, that was about it. Sorry again for a short video, another short video, but like I said, we are just getting started with the series. So bear with me and more creepy videos to talk about in the future. All right, y'all. Peace.